Society was a fraternal organization of artisans that evolved into the new mass politics. Affiliated with the Democrats, they reached voters by technique of mass appeal, and it evolved into a great society that was distinctly affiliated with Erin.
Machine politics, political entities controlled by a boss that had enormous influence over the government of urban cities. It was very corrupt, controlled tax rates, and gave tax breaks to their allies.
As the head of these political machines, they bartered the votes and loyalty of followers for positions on the city payroll, for party members, and community services for their neighborhood. Social reform. This mostly consisted of middle-class people attempting to deal with social changes by joining organizations that were devoted to reforming the community, such as education reforms, women's rights, evangelism, and the temperance movement. Evangelical religion stresses the importance of personal conversion and faith into the means of salvation. Men and women who had been converted to this new faith assumed a personal responsibility. Temperance movement. The temperance movement occurred in the mid-1800s. The goal of the movement was to limit heavy drinking that most Americans were doing. Lyman Beecher was an 1826 minister who wanted to bring the kingdom of Christ into the U.S. Converted in the Second Great Awakening, he criticized others, along with drinking and gambling. He alienated himself from the people because of criticisms. Educational reformers, such as Horace Mann and Catherine Beecher, insisted of creating family schools for children that would create an environment of comfort and pleasantness. Also known as the father of public education, Horace Mann fought for better schools. He's a significant figure in that he realized the importance of education during his generation and worked hard to make high-quality education. Compulsory education. Compulsory Attendance Act of 1852, enacted by the state of Massachusetts, was the first general law attempting to control the conditions of the children. It included mandatory attendance of the children between 8 and 14. Used by evangelicals, the American Society for the Promotion of Temperance used revival methods such as large prayer, pledges, and song to encourage young men to not drink. Dorothy Dix was a Boston teacher that led the call for state-supported asylums for the mentally ill. She exposed that current asylums beat up patients, and in response, 28 states had mental institutions by 1860. Utopian societies wanted to create their perfect society by building experimental communities. Most had short lifespans and expressed a desire for perfectionism. Shakers were named after their lively dance worship. They emphasized simple communal living and were first brought to America by England. The Oneida community advocated free love, birth control, and eugenics. Joseph Smith was the founder of Mormonism in 1830. Mormonism is a communal oligarchic religious order in the 1830s that reflected the reform spirit during this era.